Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel, Alyssa Charity. I'm Alyssa, and this week's video is a special one just for us ladies. Yoga for menstrual pain. This class is in honor of March being Endometriosis Awareness Month. Every month, Alyssa Charity donates to a different charity or foundation as a way to give back to our communities, both big and small. This month's donation is extra special to me as my best friend suffers from this terribly painful disorder. I'm so happy to be able to donate to help support the research of endometriosis and to help spread awareness. So, join me in donating to the Endometriosis Association by clicking the link below, or if you live in the northern Colorado area, by booking a private yoga session with yours truly. 10% of all proceeds from Alyssa Charity is donated every month to the highlighted charity of the month. So know that you are part of the Giving in Motion pledge when you practice with me. So for today's class, you will need some props. If you have a yoga bolster, that will work great. If you don't, like most of us, I recommend 2 to 3 full-sized regular pillows, as well as 2 to 3 smaller throw pillows, and maybe even a blanket. If you want, we may be finding a little bit more space today to add that in. Once you've got everything, meet me on your mat, get into something comfy, and let's get started. We're going to begin in a kneeling position. Shins connect to the earth, tops of the feet press into the mat as we spread the knees wide, preparing for a wide supported child's pose. So taking your pillows or bolster and bringing them into the inner thighs or the hip creases if you're using pillows, and then slowly fold forward over that support, melting the body on over, easing into this supported child's pose. Allowing the hands to fall wherever feels good, relaxing the muscles in the face as you look towards the left, settling into this space. Begin to follow the breath, inhaling slowly, exhaling slowly. Letting the breath create space in your lower back, softening through the shoulders. Just continue to breathe here. In and out. Slowly lift your head, switching the direction of your gaze, gently lowering back down. Continuing to breathe space into the lower back and hips, maybe even shimmying the hips side to side, creating more space, maybe getting a deeper massage. Continuing to find your breath. Breathing in and out. Slowly begin to walk your hands back, rising on up, removing your pillow or bolster, drawing the knees together, leaning to one side, whichever feels natural. We'll sweep the feet out, kicking our legs forward. I'm going to go ahead and switch and face you so that you can see me better here. Sitting up nice and tall on your booty, go ahead and remove the meaty part of your tush on each side, coming onto the sit bones. Sending the legs out to the sides, making a V. It's not about shape here, just sending our legs out wide. Bending that right knee will bring the sole of the right foot to meet the inner left thigh. Option to add some support here with a pillow as we lengthen and fold over that left leg. Pillows really help to massage that lower belly, but honestly for me it feels a little bit better to remove it, so I'll go ahead and place that out of the way and just continue to melt over that straight leg. A few breaths here. And slowly walk your way on up to seated. Switching legs so that left knee bends, right leg straightens out. We inhale to lengthen and exhale as we fold on over. Holding here and breathing slow and deep. In and out. Rising back up to center, we extend that left leg back out, finding our wide-legged seat. Taking those supportive props, we'll pull them in nice and close again as we exhale, melting forward for our wide-legged forward fold. Relaxing into that support, we shift our gaze over to the left and ease into this space. Creating space in the inner thighs and the lower back with every breath.
Keep sending the breath where you need to create space in the body. And breathe. Maybe shimmying side to side, further massaging that front lower body. Slowly lift your neck, shifting the direction of your gaze as you gently lower back down. Continue your belly breath as you lengthen and soften over the support. Continue to breathe, inviting more and more space with every breath. Inhale, exhale. Gently begin to rise on up, removing that support. We'll lower down to your back, bending the knees so that they're stacked over the hips. Feet are hips distance apart. Hands press into the mat as we start to lift the pelvis off the mat. The lower back and mid-back begin to rise. Option to use the arms for support, or maybe even a pillow or a block. Or clasping the hands underneath the hips, gently squeezing the inner thighs and engaging the glutes. Feels nice for some of us to fold over into the abdomen, but for some of us it's also nice to open up and find that space. So just a little bit of both today. We'll slowly lower on down. Option here to windshield wiper the knees, or maybe connect the knees, walking the feet to the outside edge of the mat. Giving that low back a little extra love. And when you're ready, we'll rock our way on up to a seated position. Taking your pillows behind your back, maybe even using a blanket or a block to raise that back support up a little bit. And grabbing the two smaller pillows as we lower down onto those supported bolsters. We'll bring those small pillows to the outside of the thighs. Soles of the feet connect with your toes pointing forward and your heels close to your pelvis. Knees drop to the sides using those small pillows as support. As we find our supported bound angle pose. Sometimes also referred to as reclined cobbler's pose. So allowing the legs to melt to the side, sinking the sit bones into the ground. Continue to breathe here. Settling into this support. Maybe even closing the eyes. finding more and more space as we melt into this pose with every breath. Continuing to follow our breath in through the nose and out. This supported bound angle pose is one of my absolute favorite ways for relieving the aches and pains often caused by my cycle. It's also just a great way to calm the nervous system. It can also be a great way to end the day if you've had maybe a long day, tiring day. Wonderful restorative posture. Just continue to breathe. To come out of this posture, you'll use your hands to gently press the thighs together, slowly rising on up. Remove all support and props as we gently lower to our back, hugging the knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice little hug. Then slowly releasing the arms out to the side like a T. Knees stay bent 90 degrees. We'll gently lower them down to the left for a nice little supine twist. Few breaths here. And on your next inhale, rising back up, we'll drop it on over to the other side. Gaze shifts over that left shoulder and breathe. And as we rise back up, soles of the feet come down to the earth. Reaching over for your support, we'll place the pillow or bolster underneath the knees, relaxing the legs over. Using one of the smaller pillows to place under your head for support. We'll relax the arms out to the side, palms face up as we settle into this final supported Shavasana. I'm going to go ahead and even slide this blanket underneath my back to find even more added support. Just find whatever feels nice here for you, however that looks. Maybe close the eyes as we begin to melt into the ground. Taking one big deep breath in through the nose. And then sigh it out through the mouth. And 2 more big breaths like that, ladies. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Awesome job, ladies. We're just going to stay here for a few breaths now, really melting into this space. Maybe even taking this time to send our lady parts some love. Maybe even placing our hands on our low belly, giving ourselves a little massage. Another great option here, if you happen to have it, is placing a heating pad on the lower abdomen while we lay here, continuing to focus on our breath. In and out. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. If you're ready, begin to slowly blink the eyes open, wiggling the fingers and toes, gently waking the body back up, slowly making your way to a seat when you're ready. As always, thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.